episode is brought to you by Graphic Master Comics. The link is going to be in the description below. Also by Snickers and Chips Ahoy. Alright, welcome to another episode of The Vampire Priest. I'm your host, Father Antonio Rivera. Today we're going to go over Volume 8 of Dragon Ball Super. Again, dude, it takes us right into the fight. We have the tournament of power going on, and it's just nonstop violence. Everybody's in it. We get a little bit of break every once in a while when we see the people on the stands talking to each other when they're talking, but it's pretty much a roller coaster ride of Universe 6, Universe 7, Universe 11, everybody just going toe to toe with each other. We also get the glimpse of Golden Frieza right here. So we get to see how powerful he is and how he is. His golden form is pretty much really unstoppable for the most part. And I don't think that we really see that level of power in him in the anime, because he's fighting Goku or Vegeta, who are Super Saiyan Blue. So we know it's power, but we don't get to see it in relation. But when he's fighting someone like Khalifa, who's just a regular Super Saiyan, we see how fast he is and how strong he is. But also Broly, we get to see how powerful she is. She doesn't even go Super Saiyan, and she's able to, get a few licks in on Golden Frieza. That's how fast and strong she is. Until he catches on and he realizes what's going on, he's able to sense her energy and he's able to do some stuff. But we do see her going nuts. And we get a glimpse of the Super Saiyan. So, she, Universe 6 Broly. What is her name? Oh my goodness, I gotta remember people's names. I just call her Girl Broly. She goes nuts. She goes to town. Look at what she's doing to Frieza. She's grabbing by the tail and just beating him like a hammer hitting a nail. And she's just going to town. And we do get to hear and see more of what it means to be a legendary Super Saiyan with Caleb. Cabo. Why am I calling him Caleb? Cabo. And we see that when it comes to the legendary Super Saiyan, which I didn't know before, because I didn't read this in the manga for Dragon Ball Z, and in the Broly movie for Z, the legendary Super Saiyan, it really doesn't describe it, but Cabo actually tells us what happens with the legendary Super Saiyan, that they get so powerful and so crazy and so in themselves that they end up blowing up. So that's the biggest issue right now. She's a legendary Super Saiyan. Everybody's impressed. Everybody's like, wow, this girl, she's a limit. She's taking out whole universes, sending them to the sidelines. She's sending them back to the stand. She's sending them back to elimination, to oblivion. And she is an unstoppable force. Vegeta is able to use his energy to grab hold, because he was almost sent over the edge. It's like, absolutely not. I don't think so. So we're seeing this power, but then it's like, well, she's got to stop. Somebody's got to stop her, because she's going to blow up. In this fight right here, it's all of Universe 7 in the anime. But here, this big monster guy is stopped by her, by Girl Broly. Brolina? Brala? I don't know. She even picks up this big giant metal thing, who's supposed to be the heaviest thing in the galaxy, and throws him over the cliff. So once they find out what's going to happen, she's going to end up self-destructing, blowing up. They all come together. Vegeta, as human as Super makes him, he's still a jerk, and he's able to save Cabo, and just gives him a speech about not being weak and pathetic, and to having pride and going to help his own universe. So everybody comes after Girl Broly, and this is when we hear about the Patari earrings. Because remember, Khalifa is a pirate. She's a thief. They're all thieves that she has growing up, including Girl Broly. And she ends up stealing the Patari earrings, and she has them in her belt line. They fall out during the fight, and that's when the loyal lords of Universe 6 and the God of Destruction of Universe 6 sees it, and they're like, well, what the heck is going on here? I can't believe she stole it. And that's when the whole notion of actually putting on the earring starts coming through, and it's because of Cabo. But we see all of this fighting stuff here, and it's Cabo. He takes the energies. They're able to get Girl Broly off the ring, but Cabo is able to jump off Super Saiyan form. He gives her one of the rings. He gives Khalifa one of the earrings, and he's able to grab Girl Broly and throw her back in the ring, and he sacrifices himself so that they can fuse. And they do, and boom. It's all of their powers together, even the Broly power. And she's a monster. She is a bad man pajama when that happens. But again, it's all about Jiren. All of these powerful guys, they all want Jiren. And Gohan goes after this fusion. Gohan is just a bad man pajama, dude. He is just really... He's a force to be reckoned with, man. They do mention in one of the other manga, I'm not sure if I pointed it out before or not, that he does train. It's a secret training. Nobody really knows about it. They find him in Capsule Corps, and he's like, what are you doing here? Oh, I was just training. One panel. Krillin asks him, what are you doing here? And he says, oh, I was just training. And that is a really good way to let us know more about what's going on with Gohan, that he is training, so us fans know that he's training and he's keeping up with his training, and that's why he's a bad man pajama when it comes to the ear. I'm not sure if this fight is in the anime, but it is a really good fight with him. Toppo versus Vegeta is a really great fight. I really like that fight, especially since in the anime it was pointed out that originally Beerus wanted Vegeta to train to be a god of destruction. He was supposed to be his replacement. And so you're seeing these two here who are supposed to be replacements for gods of destructions going at it. And that is a really powerful, good fight. You see it more played out in the anime, so I recommend doing that as well. I say just put it on in the background while you're reading, or read it and then watch it, because they really play into each other, and it's a lot of fun to both of them. We do see that Gohan refuses to go Super Saiyan, and he's fighting on par with a Broly. A fusion of Broly and somebody else, and he does not go Super Saiyan. And the reason why he doesn't want to go Super Saiyan is because he wants to honor his human ancestry. So even though he's a half Saiyan, he's half human, he wants to honor him by not going that level. But we see how powerful he is without going Super Saiyan, which tells me as a fan and as a reader that if he would have gone Super Saiyan, just regular Super Saiyan, not 2 or 3 or even achieving Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue, just regular Super Saiyan, he would have won this contest hands down. Maybe against Jiren, he would have gone Super Saiyan 2 like he did with Cell, but he's just so fast, so powerful in just his human form that it's ridiculous. It's like that already, So it really is a trip and amazing. And he does sacrifice himself when he takes out Khalifa and Gro Broly because they are fused together, so both of them leave at the same time, and that eliminates Universe 6. But he's sitting in the stands next to 18, Tien, and Krillin. Meanwhile, Goku's doing what he always does. Not caring, not caring about his kid, and just fighting, because fighting is more important. If his kid was a punch to the face, he'd be an excellent father. And we had this beautiful talk with Master Roshi, and we see something here with Master Roshi. This is a huge spoiler, which I would have loved to have seen in the anime with Master Roshi, because he goes toe to toe with Jiren. And I mean, look, dude is dodging and weaving hits by Jiren, and he's an elderly human. Krillin is more powerful than he is. We got to keep that in mind. Tien is more powerful than he is, but he is their master. And we see how fast he's going, and they're talking about it. And Beerus and Whis are saying, hey, man, this guy's dodging all of these attacks. He's not that powerful. They believe that at this moment, the final lesson that Master Roshi is trying to give to Goku, because he is talking to him, he's telling him about this stuff, is Ultra Instinct. That's a huge spoiler. Spoiler for you, even though I said it earlier. This is a going back in time spoiler. They do think that he's tapping into Ultra Instinct. They're kind of a little bit relieved that he wasn't able to get it all the way, especially Beerus, because Beerus doesn't want anybody getting it before him. But he is older, he is weaker, and he can't dodge forever before he's eliminated and sent back to the stands. And it is through that teaching, because he has talked to Roshi is talking to Goku about it. We see that Goku does tap into Ultra Instinct, and he really does hold his own. Everybody's really happy about it. They really like it. However, he does get clipped a couple times. They're like, well, he didn't really reach it. He just tapped into it. So we're going through that, and then we get a cutscene through with Vegeta and Toppo. And Vegeta, after he takes out Toppo, he doesn't really take him out and send him out. He throws him on a piece of rock that's floating at the edge of the perimeter, and he goes after Jiren, and he gets a couple of good hits in with Jiren, but it's Jiren. This guy was designed specifically for Goku, I believe, so they are gonna let Vegeta hold his own for a minute before Jiren just pummels him to the ground. Meanwhile, Toppo is over there. Oh, I'm just flying this little piece of rock. I gotta find a way to get back to the arena so I'm not eliminated. And who is there? Frieza. And Frieza's a jerk of all jerks, man. He gets off on tormenting people. So that's what we see. Bunny Rabbit guy goes looking, try to get Toppo and bring him back. And Frieza is knocking Toppo as far away from the arena as possible, jumping from one rock to the other, because remember, they can't fly. And then when the Bunny Rabbit goes to get him, Frieza goes all the way back to the arena, and he blows up those little pieces of rock so they can't get back. 17 is there with them, and he's like, hey man, stop screwing around. Stop doing all of that stuff. They're calling out for Jiren. Hey, come and help us. You got to help us because we're about to die. Jiren, being the jerk that he is, and seeing everything for what it is, seeing that the platform the rock they're standing on right here is about to crack and fall, he's like, look, I don't need you guys. You're on your own. So instead of helping them, because Jiren could easily have helped him. He could have made that. You remember, he could fly from one planet to the other. He could easily jump that distance, grab him, and jump back before that piece of rock falls. So that eliminates 2 players right there. It's kind of cool. The way the rabbit and Toppo are eliminated in the manga. I do like the anime, but I do like here more because it shows you the mindset of Jiren. And we really get to see more in the next volume of Jiren's personality. Frieza goes gold again. Um, I know it's to reserve power, and we really see 17 going for the nuclear option. But this guy, look, this guy got more lives than a cat. He's space cat. Jiren is a space cat, and he just comes back ready for more. And you can see that Goku taps into to Ultra Instinct. It's not full Ultra Instinct. You can tell by the color of the hair. It's still a little bit darker. Full Ultra Instinct, I believe it's pure silver hair. Then again, we get a little bit of extras here. This actually in volume 8 is my favorite extra pages because at the end we have Trunks, Goten, and Marin are actually protecting 17's island. So they're rangers. But what we see here are cells. So Cell Juniors. And they're all about the same age, which is really cool. I would love to see a Cell Junior, especially since they're already in a perfect form, grow up training, fighting, and be able to do a tournament of power one day. And they're all there. I mean, yeah, they have some trauma from being destroyed by and eliminated by Gohan. And 17 is saying, yeah, they mysteriously appeared. And the same thing that happened with Cell, where one cell, all you need is one cell to survive and to live. Then he's reformed. That's what happened with the Cell Juniors, all 7 of them. So it looks like parts of their blood, part of their cells survived, and they were able to reform, regroup, grow back, and they were hiding in that island the whole time. They do have respect for the Rangers, which is why when they had the Ranger tag and the Ranger shirt, the Cell Juniors stopped. They saw that they did attack the kids. Then they saw that, and then they went back. They apologized. They want nothing to do with any of that stuff because whatever 17 did to them, they're triggered. They see that Ranger stuff. 17 did something to them to discipline them to make them sure they're not coming back to bother them. But again, this was another episode. This was volume 8. Let me know what you think about it. I do love that short story. I want to see more Cell Junior. I was a huge fan of the Cell Juniors, more than I was with Perfect Cell. And that's because the Cell Junior had more potential. I want to see them grow up. I want them to see them become more powerful. I want to see them come back. Are they going to be good guys like 17 and 18? Or like Gamma 1 and Gamma 2? Or are they going to be bad guys like their father? They're going to have a turnaround story arc like Vegeta did. What's their story? How are they going to play into it? Are they going to grow up to defend that island while 17 goes raising his kids? There's so much there. I want to see more of them. I want to see them as Rangers. I want to see them as Z Fighters. I want to see them defend Earth, become Earth protectors. Because again, remember, they're at Perfect Cell level. And Perfect Cell level was, I believe it was Super Saiyan 1 at this point when he made them. He was already a Super Saiyan. Because in order to defeat him, Gohan had to go Super Saiyan 2. So they should already be at that level, the starting off point. But we'll see. Give us more of this. Thank you. Please. Make a movie about it. Give me an episode of them, please. I would love to see that short as an episode. That would be phenomenal. Don't forget to like, share, and discuss. Hit that like button. Hit that follow button. On your way out, on your way in, we appreciate it.